Hello. I think I'm back. Well, okay, so that was the stream fully disconnecting and reconnecting. So that's exactly the sort of thing I'm talking about with Minecraft. Sometimes Minecraft explodes, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it. But yeah, this I worked so long to build this house. Like maybe the first 5-10 hours of the stream were spent exclusively on this house. Um, I really like it. I know it's an aesthetic that some people are kind of about, but I really enjoy this house. And I've had a fucking blast playing on the server with everybody. Let's see, who else is on the server? I'm trying to think of who else is on the server who also streams besides Vel. So I guess I'll just plug Vel right now. So what's your channel, Vel? At Velmini? Or Velimini? However you say that. We both stream. I've been on Vel's stream both today and I want to say either yesterday or a couple of days ago. And then who else? Who else? The game is still very unhappy with how I am streaming. I think it might have to do with just the house internet because of multiple people sort of wang-jangling it. Riley and Sam have been on the server, but neither streams. Exactly. And Jordan's going to be on the server. And Jordan used to be my co-host. And Dawn can join the server. And she also used to be my co-host, but is now my wife. So that's just like weird thinking about. So basically, this server operates on like friend of a friend system, where it's like, it's just an upgraded life situation. That's true. Co-host, wife, basically the same thing. Oh no! I have to back off on that. That is a joke that could be taken very weird out of context. The co-host of my life. Aww. That's so sweet. But so the server works on a sort of friend of a friend situation. People are like, hey, can I invite my friends to the server? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. So we have just all manner of people who can possibly join the server, but probably won't because they're really busy. Why do you have a staircase? Why do I have a staircase of furnaces? Number one, just like biggest reason, because it helps me like differentiate them in my brain. When I just have a wall of furnaces, it sort of doesn't look like anything. But having a little staircase or like a staggered series of furnaces, it quite literally gives it a more three-dimensional feel. I'm not super satisfied with how this worked out, but I already had the 9x9 jumbo furnace, and I wasn't satisfied with it. I thought that it wasn't enough. And so I tore it out. I took back my 27 furnaces, and I used the space I had sort of etched out and just fit as many furnaces as I could in a way that looked nice, and that's how I got the staircase. Isn't it weird? It's actually interesting because, like, if I dig in, they're built on these sort of like upended stairs. So if this were a more open concept area, it would actually be completely like it is self-supporting. It's not like balanced on the hill. The furnaces themselves are attached to the ground. And I don't know. I really like that aesthetic. I like the idea of looking at things in terms of like gravity and support and structure, which is why I built my house with a bunch of holes in it, because that's the perfect thing for structure. Uh, but in all seriousness, I really enjoy the idea of having a building that looks like it is supported by its own weight, and it doesn't, not to say that other people build their buildings weightlessly, but the idea of having a furnace stack and being like, well, hold on, there's a fucking pigman. Stop derailing my train of thought. Get out of here. Oh, baby, the internet just fucking kicked in. I was sitting and playing this game, and the internet is finally just went like, oh, right, you need, like, a lot of bandwidth. Gotcha. And it finally just, like, the internet finally hit. I have 4 bars on my Minecraft. I've got 5 bars on my OBS. This stream is sponsored by Spectrum, full-powered internet. No, I don't even think we have Spectrum. And also, I hate Spectrum. Fuck you. Don't take my money. Insert comment about unpaid labor of the masses here in relation to Spectrum internet there. Now, they'll never sponsor me. So, what do we do on this server? I'm glad you asked. The answer in current times is basically nothing. like I say that as a joke, but in all seriousness terms, we just sort of pal around on the server. There's no like orchestrated goal. Like people will create like a big like, hey, let's get a whole bunch of streamers and content creators to all play on the same Minecraft server. At one point I made a joke about SMP Live. I believe it was earlier today on Velstream. But we don't do anything schmancy like that around here. Like, we don't have this big claim to fame. It is just, we have a Minecraft server, and people like playing Minecraft. They like watching Minecraft. Minecraft is good. It is good to watch and good to play. We don't have like hits or like weird donation mechanics. No, we're keeping it simple, baby. None of that shit. We have a modded Minecraft server, and you all have eyeballs. Remember when you thought I invited Griffith Backroach to the server? I do. Stop interrupting my train of thought. Bad skeleton. Bad. I do remember that. Now I fell off my house's hill and I can't get back up, so I have to walk all the way around because I'm Boo Boo the Fool. This is a high communist archetype Minecraft server. Whether people actually tune into this and watch it with their eyes and their brains or not, matters not to us. Because we're running a Minecraft server for the people. Damn it. We don't care if you stream. We don't care if you make content or have so or so many subscribers before joining. We also don't have subscribers. Shh, don't tell anyone. I haven't even hit affiliate yet. Again, shush, don't tell anyone. Nobody even mentioned that. But yeah, Minecraft. So this has been my house. I've just been sort of walking around my house the whole time and pretending that constitutes a house tour. But now I'm gonna go over to Vel's house and show off other people's property. Here's our little nether walkway. I built this entirely myself, and by built I mean I I noticed that the two portals were next to each other, and so I made the floor all one material to pretend that it looked like a walkway. And now I'm like, haha, I built a walkway. I'm so good at this. It's a really short nether path. Alright, there's Vel's house. Off in the distance. The behemoth. The tower. We've actually been playing on the server for how long? I know I've been playing for a while. 0.6 days. So let's see. That'd be... It's something like 14 hours. So we've already done a whole bunch of Minecraft stuff on stream. But just to sort of in general, we've made quite a bit of progress. But the important thing, though, is none of us have done the things yet. There's no single person on the server has like reached end game in a particular mod. I know Vel's working on Astral Sorcery. This is Sam's house, by the by. Say hello, Sam's house. I actually really like Sam's house. It's a very simple design, but it's very elegant in the fact that it's so simple. Vel's house, meanwhile, is not a simple design and is also elegant in its non-simplicity. It does. Sam really, really likes to build multiple story houses. Delicious honey fortress. We've got farms over here. And my house is like, contextually, it's pretty far away. But in terms of like actual walking distance, it's probably not that far away. Like everyone else's house is super close, and mine is just more far away than other. Oh no. I see one. This is why I do not support... I do not fucking support Minecraft combat. I'm decidedly anti-Minecraft combat because of this. This is top tier, high-level Minecraft combat for you. At least in terms of PvE. PvP, definitely more interesting. Right, this is post-combat update. This is the upgraded combat. Now featuring shields, where you can just block all damage arbitrarily. Here we go. Well, that's a good fucking chest plate. That'll do. That'll fucking do. I've got just a few arrows stuck in me. I'm hoping to eventually get a nice, powerful sword that will make that sort of interaction way less common. Also, yeah, the fact that he was wearing full super enchanted diamond armor is why he was such a piece of shit. Oh yeah, he also dropped a shield, which will recover my shield somewhat. Yeah, that's all you get. That's the Minecraft house tour. We're skipping over it. Welcome to the real world. Also Minecraft. So I've explored quite a bit. I know that Vel has explored significantly more than I ever have. But I was thinking of exploring down this coast a little bit more because I haven't been down there before. I know that there's interesting biomes like here-ish that I like saw across the way. Like there's hints of a cherry blossom forest, another mountain, and ebony hills. There's all sorts of cool stuff in this world thanks to the mod, Oh the Biomes You'll Go, which is a lovely, lovely mod. I like it so much more than Biomes of Plenty. I have none of that southern coastline, just more on the western coastline. Ooh. Well then let's actually just do that. Let's do a really chill Minecraft exploration stream. Now I have a few tricks to my trade. In particular, I have an absolutely massive fucking backpack. The big problem with Biomes of Plenty is how it adds a fuck ton of absolutely useless pickups. There's nothing to do with all the random grass or dirt variants. Exactly. People were so stuck up about Biomes of Plenty for so long. And if you ever made anything, like a pack or just anything that didn't have Biomes of Plenty in it, people would riot. They would sit there going, "Where's Biomes of Plenty? I'm gonna have to reset my world. What's going on? I don't like this." And it was just, we kept Biomes of Plenty for way longer than we actually should have in terms of like the modding community. We were so hung up on this. Is that actually... Oh, that does actually sink your boat. That's cool. I never knew that. So, let's grab a scuba helmet. That is one thing that I will actually hard disagree with, because I will say that there were actually a lot of mods that did exactly what Biomes of Plenty did. Like, even in terms of, like, 1.8, there were already competitors to Biomes of Plenty, and we just... Big packs just didn't use them. And no one knew about them, because everyone used Biomes of Plenty and they weren't compatible. I think that's like one of the biggest flaws in terms of like... Here's my hot take. Minecraft mods that try to work like vanilla Minecraft are usually not very good. Not in terms of like, oh, they didn't take any effort to design, or oh, they're so bad and shitty. But they're usually not the sort of thing that cleans up the game experience, because Minecraft is a game that has been plagued plagued, I say, in terms of development. Like, holy shit. Like, we haven't, before the Aquatic update, we hadn't had a really, like, important, big, actual game changer Minecraft update in a really long time. Since I want to say, like, 1.6 or 1.7. And it was bad. There were so many Minecraft updates that just add like these little pithy things to them, and that's why I'm always a little bit down on Minecraft updates, and why I only really pushed for updating like mod packs past 1.7 once we hit 1.13, because Minecraft was really stagnating for a hot minute, and there were very few updates that actually meant a big change in how the game worked. The big Minecraft updates have been real empty. Exactly. Like, I'm trying to remember like what even some of them did, because there was like the horse update, and there was the biomes update, and then it was just like this weird blur until the update that added guardians, and then the update that added swimming, and then the update that, like, there was a combat update in there somewhere. When was that? Like 1.8, 1.9? But even the combat update, which was this huge, like, very visceral sort of change to how Minecraft work, frankly didn't actually change how Minecraft works. The new ones did things like entirely retool combat, added an offhand, entirely retool water physics, added... Exactly. There were a bunch of Minecraft updates that would just add... Like, there was the entire update that just added, like, concrete. It was like the color update. It added concrete and some redstone interactions, and I don't even know. I couldn't tell you, because it was just nothing. And I'm not trying to say that no work went into the updates and no changes were made behind the scenes. In fact, I would argue that a lot of changes were behind the scenes, because in the gap between 1.7 and 1.12, performance got a lot worse and has only recently started recovering. Dies and dying a couple blocks. Exactly. And again, here's my second big hot take about vanilla Minecraft. Vanilla Minecraft, for a very long time, has only added things from mods that have been popular mods. Like the big biome update that added a whole bunch of new biomes, clearly based off of some of the biomes that were in mods like Biomes of Plenty. The combat update, very clearly based off of the 1.16 combat mod that had the offhand slot and shields and alternative weapons like battle axes, which were then awkwardly implemented into vanilla Minecraft as just an upgrade to the damage of regular axes. There was the horse update, which people lauded as a really, really good update because of how horses were implemented. But horses were an element of many, many, many mods over the years. I want to say they were in Mo Creatures, which was another thing that that vanilla Minecraft has often taken ideas from. Just like all of these mods that add stuff. Like, we used to have in modded Minecraft mods that added like horses and entire horse breeding mechanics, and like breeds that were based off of real life horses, and unicorns and Pegasi and alicorns, and there's a desert village over here, I guess. It's wild how many things that were added to the game, and now horses are already in the game, and they're And I haven't seen a horse mod in a really, really long time. So I can never help but feel, I can't help but feel that Minecraft is like vanilla updates are always going to be like a blessing and a curse. Now we'll never have flying horses. Exactly. Like, it is a feature that we used to have through modding that we now just don't have because it was implemented badly and called the vanilla version of Minecraft. I haven't read chat for a hot second because I've been fighting zombies. It lets you make colorful clay, stone, glass, and wool, which is great, but like there are 4 new sets of blocks functionally identical to the originals. Implementing them should have just been a sprite shift, and it will never have flying horses. And that zombie could try to kill you with a door. I actually know how that happens. We're on hard difficulty, which is fun because things can like actually hurt you in hard difficulty once you have acquired more than 0 armor. But also, because we're on hard difficulty, zombies can knock down closed doors even when it is not a full moon. At least I think that's how it works. Or it's like not a zombie raid or something like that. But zombies can break down doors. And when they break down doors, it's like, oh fuck, they broke down a door. That's actually bad. So that zombie didn't have anything in its hands, and then it picked up the door that it knocked down, and there's probably a zombie villager somewhere in here. Also, really cool water biome. It's like this weird, rocky, salty water. Dead Sea. Oh, that's cool. But I can never help but feel, like, here's my thought. When they came out with the biome update, my very first thought was, oh no, I really hope people don't stop making biome mods after this. Like, that's my first thought. Not, and you know, we were talking about the color update. Colored concrete, colored terracotta, colored glass, like, that was stuff that had been implemented in mods literally since like the modding tools were even implemented, since people discovered that mods were available. People had been modding that into the game, and now it's a vanilla feature. It's just, it's one of those things where I really wish Mojang would just go to people and be like, hey, your mod is really cool, is it okay if we use your idea, and maybe also, you know, talk to the community or something. You need like 100 biomes before you have too many. Exactly. What is this house? This is like bugging me. It's like a water house. It has a bunch of empty barrels in it. I'm gonna take their hay bales and use them to make bread later. But I think the last time we did stuff on stream, I like went back and we watched like, or the last time we did a late night stream rather, I like went to YouTube and we watched a whole bunch of like Dead by Daylight lore videos. I wanna, like, once I'm kind of done with playing Minecraft, I wanna go to, I wanna like go to old school Minecraft mods, and like, I don't even think some of them are around. Like, I don't even think Mo Creatures is a mod that you can add to the game anymore, which is so sad. It's so sad, because Mo Creatures was a bread and butter mod for so many people for a really long time. And then boop, you know, we implemented a whole bunch of stuff from your mod, like llamas and turtles and horses. but we made them a lot less interactive. That was a mod that there was a mod that introduced rabbits before rabbits were introduced. You know, and whenever I think about Minecraft modding in relation to the vanilla game, I think about Better Than Wolves, which was a long time ago. It was a mod that came out before the update, or it came out like right after the update that added a whole bunch of stuff about wolves. And it was like, hey, we're gonna make a mod that's so good that it'll convince you to stay on the previous Minecraft version because it is better than the wolves that they added. You know, and that just like, it says so much that Minecraft separates its updates into the single thing that is being changed to that update, and still adding that single thing is somehow enough to like fully destabilize the Minecraft engine. Mo Creatures was updated to be compatible with 1.12 in 2017. Memories. I'm so proud of them. You can still get it. Yay. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Mo Creatures is a good example, but Mo Creatures was also kind of weird because it killed my frame rate a long time ago. When I was but a bab playing Minecraft in the woods, I installed Mo Creatures back when I was first dabbling in modding, and it killed my frame rate, and I was like on the forums being like, my Minecraft doesn't run right anymore because of this mod, and you shouldn't use it. So it's like really funny in hindsight, because like the mod that like as a kid I was very frustrated with because it hadn't like I've trapped myself in here. Oh no. It hadn't like actually done anything wrong. It had just lagged my game, and I was so upset about it. And now I'm like defending that mod's honor tooth and nail because it represents a bygone era of when people would just make Minecraft mods, and with the implicit understanding like that, like, hey, Minecraft is a good game because it's a simple game, and we can make the game better than the developers can make in a reasonable amount of time. So let's just do it. And I feel like those days are far gone. And I don't know, there's like this weird sort of half nostalgia that I feel for it. Like back in the days when you could add a horse and a bunch of random crap that you came up with as like cool real world creatures. Like, hey dude, I put in elephants, and I implemented elephants and like polar bears and all this different stuff, and they have all these interesting little interactions that are really complex, and you can like move them across biomes and things will happen to them, and like all sorts of fun, interesting things. And I just uploaded it, and now it's one of the most popular mods ever created during that era. And now it's like I didn't even know what it's like. Like, you really have to completely upend Minecraft in order to mod Minecraft like successfully nowadays, because they've added so much stuff to the game, you know. And there were old school mods that were complicated, and there were old school mods that were simple. And there was this elegance to them, and the combinations. Another one of these. I just collect these like nobody's business. I'm gonna have like a rave room, and all you do in the rave room is right click, left click on teleport beacons, and you just bip around. I'm putting this in my carrying pack. Anyway, that's my hot take. Minecraft vanilla development jank. Minecraft modded development way more interesting. I'm reading the Mo Creatures wiki. There are this 4 unique weapons: the Sai, Katana, Nunchaku, and the bow that can be tamed by killing a tame turtle is named after one of the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Exactly! Exactly! Stuff like that. You don't get stuff like that anymore. I think, like, Vazki, or maybe not Vazki. Vazki is definitely one of them, but who's the person who made Botania? I cannot, for the life of me, remember their name. They also made Sai. I can't remember their pronouns either, which is why I'm using they. But like there used to be all of these mods that would have like these Easter eggs and these very silly, intricate things going on. And it was wonderful. I love mods like that. There was this sort of like haphazard friendliness to them. Where no one was really worried about being... No one was really worried that much about whether their mod was gonna be the next big thing or not. And the people who... this is turning from like the world's mildest take into an extremely spicy take. But the people who tipped the scales were the Yogscast. Like, can we just establish that real quick? Like, because people, frankly, and I'm not saying that the Yogscast is bad, though also, they may also be bad, but I haven't been paying attention to them. But the Yogscast sort of elevated Minecraft modding into the realm of making money and being popular. And I think that that is what sort of kickstarted the idea that, you know, you aren't making a mod because you're a silly person who is just like, hey, what if I added turtles to the game and then you could name them after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and it would do something cool. And it became like, hey, I'm gonna make this super complicated mod that like alters the fabric of the game, and is incompatible with anything else, so that the Yogscast can do a highlight video on how cool it is that you can now play Minecraft while like reversing gravity, and then that sort of turned into, hey, I'm not making mods to be silly or to get on the Yogscast. I'm making mods to be in a mod pack, and there are people now that used to like, presumably used to make mods, that now just make mod packs because even the mod pack we're playing has had this ungodly amount of effort put into like pruning it and balancing it and altering 10,000 tiny little variables to make like the best mod pack conceivable by mankind. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Maybe this is just me going off on a tangent for no reason, but I don't know. I don't know. I always get very wary of things when you start building those things off of appealing to popularity, or not necessarily appealing to popularity, but appealing to the people who are at the front of that popularity. Like the point where you stopped making mods for the sake of making mods and you started making mods to get the people who work for Yogscast to notice you was probably the point where modding started becoming a bit weird for me. And that's kind of when I dropped out for a while, and then I came back. List of Mo creatures now in vanilla Minecraft. Oh boy, here we go. Horses, turtles, polar bears, bunnies, bees, foxes. List of new Minecraft creatures that were not in this mod. Guardians, phantoms, striders. And that's, you know what the other thing is? Guardians, phantoms, and striders are all really good mobs. Like, I think that a lot of people have, like... I can't speak for everybody, but in terms of, like, the stuff that we liked during updates, we really liked the updates that added new and interesting things more than the updates that just added ideas that other people had already come up with. To be fair to Minecraft, those 3 original mobs fucking rule. Exactly. Like, Phantoms and Guardians were both really, really necessary. Because Phantoms give you a reason to actually, like, sleep and change your spawn point. And Guardians give underwater adventures, like, something to fight, basically. And then Striders were just something added to the Nether as like a really cool sort of like little world building feature and like a new thing that you can hypothetically ride around on. So like yeah, it's really good. Oh god, Dolphin Coon, please. I am trying to access. Oh no, there's another one. There's another supply chest free. I would like to not... Dolphin! Bad Dolphin! Bad Dolphin, stop. The dolphin is stuck in the ship. I'm stuck in the ship. Alright, you. You are causing a lot of trouble. And also are trapped underwater. Oh my god. Oh, poor dolphin. Hello? I would like to open treasure chest, please. There we go. Now we're cooking. How are you not drowning? Scuba helmet. Buried treasure map. Here's the problem. I don't think you actually can. They only drop from zombies. And I'm genuinely not sure. Oh, my scuba helmet just broke. Hello? The buried treasure map appears to have like nothing on it. Oh, and it has disappeared unceremoniously from my inventory. So that's cool. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Minecraft had just completely shit the bed for a hot second, and it needed to put its pants back on. Okay, biggest pet peeve, but also it's like kind of funny because of how realistic it is. You can't row your boat and look at your map at the same time. All right, the hot takes are over for a moment. We can peacefully explore the world. Quietly boat around. Just not worry too much. Gotta go make food, be back later. Sure. Just relax, take your time. Don't worry about stuff like that weird purple thing in the desert that's probably eating your children. What is this also? Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like an excavation site. Hey, and there's a treasure chest in here. Holy shit. Well, we have just a few things to add to our treasure pile. I was so determined to not sneeze on mic, and then I literally sneezed on my mic. So, whoops. Oopsie. But hey, look, there's another village. But yeah, like we were talking about like mobs and like what stuff gets added to Minecraft officially and what stuff gets to stay as a mod. And I'm remembering like the Twitter poll that happened like, I want to say a month ago, but it was probably a few months ago, where they were like, all right, which Minecraft mod do you want added to Minecraft? And the options were a squid that glows in the dark, a cow with flowers on it, or a wizard that shoots ice balls in snow biomes. And I was like, number 3, obviously. Hello? Are you joking? Like, seriously? You expect me to choose the squid or the cow, one of the 2 mobs that are already in the game, and that would not change the state of the game whatsoever, except for like the tiniest amount of window dressing? Haha. Nobody tells Sam that I'm achieving all of these cool Pneumaticraft repressurized things by stealing villager stuff. Just gonna slurp, put that all in the backpack. No one will ever be the wiser. This is also my policy for JCPenney. No, that's a bad joke. That's a bad joke. Bad jokes about shoplifting. I don't shoplift. At broken_cowbell on Twitch. Shoplifter confirmed. 10 million views on YouTube. Oh. I went too far south. Dawn is typing up a fucking storm right now. Local streamer advocates tearing down JCPenney signs and stuffing them into backpacks. GG children dangerous ideas about the size of backpacks. More at 10. I can't believe that I'm already getting into another like technically hot topic, but like, y'all, what is the deal with the state of streamer drama nowadays? Like, streamer drama like a year ago was people doing genuinely egregious things and like being complete shitheads online and like actually indirectly or directly endangering people's livelihoods simply by doing the actions that they were doing. And now streamer drama is like, I don't even know what it is. Because you hear stuff about people and it's just nothing. Like, you'll be hanging around and you'll hear like the phrase like at TCJ_550 is a globalist, and it's like people are speaking in a language that you've never spoken and have never heard of, and you're just like, pardon? First of all, they're a what? Second of all, who? It's like when Dream cheated on a Minecraft speedrun, which is also topical because we're playing Minecraft. But it was like, and I know that that was not a year ago. God, I'm terrible at doing hot takes, aren't I? But Dream like cheated or he was heavily implied to have cheated under the results of an investigation done by the admin team. I have to specify, or Dream will appear in my inbox to call me a cuck. Um, but in all seriousness, it was like this dude that I had watched like 2 videos from, and I was like, huh, that's a cool idea. And then I just like never thought about him again. And then like 6 months later, it's just like, he has cheated at Minecraft speedrunning. He is now not real. He is going to be removed from society. Temporal. I think that's everyone can be accused of that nowadays. Okay, now I'm just confused. Where's the treasure? I'm sorry, Dolphin, I'm destroying your home. Where's the treasure? I'm using the map to dig out the treasure chest. There it is. Look at how deep that is. Holy guacamole. I can't believe I just said the phrase holy guacamole unironically. But look at all the stuff we got. Got emeralds, gold, another heart of the sea. What if I just built the heart of the sea in my home and it wasn't even like anything that I can conceivably use? It was just like, because there's no water nearby. There's no reason to build one. What on earth is this? Oh, it's like terracotta. Dare I ask what the heart of the sea is? You can make a construct out of it that lets you breathe infinitely underwater or some shit. It's like, it is useful, but arguably nowhere near as useful as other mechanics that already existed in Minecraft before it was introduced. It's like, it's hypothetically more useful than, for instance, a water breathing potion, because it lasts forever and you don't have to worry about it running out or like running out of resources. So it's like an infinite thing, but the range is kind of short and piddly, so you would have to have like 12 of them to cover the range of like a proper like underwater seascape. And the whole thing is it's very weird. It is a mechanic that replaces a mechanic that didn't need to be replaced, and it replaces it less effectively than you would think the mechanic would, considering it was literally built to replace the other mechanic. That's like it's like trying to obsolete the idea of wearing gloves with the idea of mittens. Like, sure, the mittens might be warmer. They may even like work better, but there's a lot of stuff that gloves can do that mittens just can't do. So it's like, if you were trying to make mittens less useful, you have or if you're trying to make gloves less useful, you have significantly failed. Also, hello cow. Hello blast furnace. Hello game imploding in my face. I'm stuck. Help. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Wait just a gosh darn minute. My house is all the way up there. How am I gonna get home? Oh no. I traveled so far away. And I ran so far away, I couldn't get away. Where even am I now? I'm like trying to puzzle together how I might even get back to my house at this point. I might just have to like go even further and then plop down a teleport beacon so that I can go home. And that's honestly kind of terrifying. Cause like uh-oh. I've just been happily following the coast, expecting that it's gonna like turn sharply to the south, and then that I won't have to worry about like where like whether or not we're on an island, because this is like a full fucking continent. Like damn son, damn. Just call me Rowan, Charter of the Eastern Sea. Here we have a sandstone mine shaft, which makes no sense right here because this isn't a desert, and therefore there's no source of sand with which to build the sand mine shaft. You know, little issues like that. Let's just not worry about it too much. Also, it's already been an hour. So when I was like, this Minecraft stream could possibly go out for that long, and I feel like it's been maybe 15 minutes, an hour has already gone by. I need to get back in the water. I am safe in the water. Oh my god, I found it. I didn't even think about it, but I found deserts. I found real big deserts. Twice. We for a while we had been trying to find a desert on this server because we didn't have one. And then I discovered one and forgot to tell everybody about it. And now I've discovered a second one, and I'm once again not going to end up telling anybody about it. This is a pretty big one too. This is the sort of desert where I'd like go Enderman hunting. I almost called them Entermen, which is not. That's not what I meant. A bee has entered my boat. Go away, bee. Get out of my boat. Squeeze. Hey, skeleton jockey. So I was watching. I didn't even know what it was. It was like a silly YouTube video about like a specific type of noodles that they only make in a certain province in China. And I was sitting there and I watched this video, and it was a really silly little thing. But I thought about like how odd it is that people say that there's nothing to see on Earth anymore. You know, like people say, I was born too early to explore the stars, too late to explore Earth. But that's such like a... I know this is a buzzword, but that's such a reductionist view of how like the world works and how we should think about things. Because exploring the planet was never about like, I don't know if there's a good way to phrase it. I don't think the people that explore planet Earth really think of it that way. And there's a lot of places on Earth that we haven't. What the fuck is happening also, just like on an unrelated note to my boat? Ooh. I was sitting there thinking, man, what the fuck? Why are there so many drowned? And then I realized, aha, it's because boat. And it's because treasure. It's not because of boat. Another buried treasure map. Well, I've got time. I've got time for boat, for treasure map boat. I think I see exactly where this thing is. But I watched this video about like these really specific kind of Chinese noodles. And my first immediate thought was, you know, it doesn't matter whether I can explore the deep ocean or like whether I'm the first person to set foot on the moon, or whether I'm the first person to like explore the deepest caves on Earth. Like I that stuff is important, but like the fact that right now, with a frankly not even that large sum of money, you could just get a plane ticket to wherever and just like go eat and just like go find this like a weird regional town where they make this one specific kind of noodles that they only make here, and they don't make it the same anywhere else on the planet Earth. And you can just go there and eat their noodles, and that like 10,000 other people or 1 million other people have probably eaten their noodles, and there's nothing wrong with that. And like the point of the matter is that like the important thing is the experience that you have. It's not about being the first person to ever taste this one particular type of noodle. It's about putting in the time and the effort to go to a place that you've never seen before and experience something that you've never experienced before. And don't you think it's kind of weird that people entirely focus on the fact that on like the idea that only the first exploration matters? That like if a place has been deemed #explored by #science, that suddenly invalidates every other visitor to that place. Like if I ever step on the moon, I don't care that I'm not the first person to step on the moon. I don't care how explored the moon is at the time. if I step out on the moon and I look up at Earth and I see how fucking pretty that shit is from far away, I'm gonna cry in my weird bulky spacesuit. I'm gonna like break down crying because that's beautiful. That's incredible and beautiful and something that I've never experienced before, and something that like in a million years you would never think to experience, or that think that you could experience. And like that's the important part. The important part is what you see. And I don't know. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, but I think that that's a much more important thing than whether or not you were born in the right time to explore Jupiter or whatever, you know. The Earth already has more places than you would ever be able to explore in a single lifetime. Why are you so quick to get rid of it? I'll never understand that. And that's what I thought about today. That was my big thinking moment of today is, hey, people spend way too much time thinking about the things that they can't do when they could think about the things that they could do. And I'm saying that as a huge generalization. I'm not saying that a person who is like living in poverty needs to buy China plane ticket to Noodleville right now. I'm saying that like as in terms of like people who are thinking about going out and seeing the world, and who think that it's not worth it. You're wrong. And that's not how it works. And you should go out into the world and see things for yourself and come to your own conclusions about them, because that is more important than the idea that a place has already been explored. You know? Like, we can send 1,000 scientists to the bottom of the seafloor 1,000 times, and every single one of those scientists is going to have a slightly different, slightly more unique, more interesting experience, and have a different like take on that experience. And that viewpoint alone is worth it. It doesn't matter if, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're the first, 100th, or 1,000th person to visit the bottom of the seafloor. That's a unique experience that you'll never get anywhere else, and that is so interesting, and that you alone can take that experience with you and think about it and process it. And I don't know, I don't think it matters whether you're exploring the bottom of the ocean or exploring like a digital world, or whether you're exploring something that we don't even think of as exploration. Like, I explore the idea of writing all the time. And there are people who have written better things than I have by a landslide. And there are people who will never write things. And isn't that interesting? Isn't that such a wild thought that like we might, like, every time we do something that is totally unique to us, and that me like playing Minecraft at 11:22 p.m. CST on https://twitch.tv/broken_cowbell/ it, like, this single experience is really important. And anyway, that's why I think that Minecraft mods are bad now. That's right. That's where I was going with this hot take the whole time. This whole, like, soul-felt speech while I was taking a boat back to my house was all secretly about how the things in the past are better than we have in the present. I bamboozled you. You'll never get that time back. And the server's lagging out again. And it's definitely my fault. But it's like, I don't know. people take this stuff way too seriously, and they're way too defeatist about it. And that, more than anything else, is my hot take. Is that maybe if you feel like shit because you think you've never done anything with your life, or that you haven't done anything that like people find worthwhile, I don't know. Maybe instead of being like, oh, I'll never be a great artist because I'm 25 and I've never drawn anything before. You know, it's much more efficient and productive to think about that in the concept of like, hey, you know, you're 25, you may never have drawn anything before, but as soon as you put pen to paper, you're drawing something that no one has ever drawn before. And isn't that just fine on its own? You know, people write fan fiction, and I'll be honest, I think a lot of fan fiction isn't very good writing. But you know what, like 99.5% of fan fiction is? Something that no one has ever written before. And that alone makes it unique and important to like catalog and categorize and save on the internet. What I'm trying to get at is I have a lot of like latent anxiety about like performance from when I was a kid, doing like band performances and thinking like, oh man, you know, I started playing drums in middle school, and there are people that started playing drums in elementary school, and those people are so much better than I am, and it doesn't matter how much I practice, I'll never like catch up. It's not about catching up. 5-year-old, or not 5-year-old because I would have been in middle school. It's not about catching up. It's about experiencing something incredible and like making something. And that alone is fine. So what I'm trying to say is I've streamed on and off. I've been on and off hiatus now for, I want to say, more than 5 years, half a decade. I have had this channel. And for half a decade, it has either remained offline and silent, or full of me being a weird goofball and talking about things very passionately, and like yelling at games and all sorts of weirdness. And right now, I am nowhere near as like influential or comprehensive or far-reaching as anybody on like the upper echelons of the streaming community. I have like 2 viewers, and I'm 100% sure that my 2 viewers are both people that I already know and spend time with, and that's okay. And maybe, you know, I'll upload this to YouTube, and maybe like 5 years from now, another 5 years in the future, I'm gonna have 100 followers or 1,000 followers or 100,000 followers if I somehow get lucky, and those people will be able to look back on this video and be like, wow, you know, maybe she's kind of right, and there isn't a time where you need to start in order to be good at something. Isn't that right, Minecraft Cat? Isn't that right? Anyway, I'm home now. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I don't know what to do with. And this stream has already been going on for an hour and 15 minutes. So, I don't know. Good talk, I guess? I hope Vel is having a good time making her food. My hair has disentangled itself from my headphones and is now trying to like go up my nose while I'm talking, so that's not very good. I accidentally put my boat in my backpack. I have to be like really careful about what stuff I take out and where I put it because of the sorting system that I've restricted myself to. That drops from a mob. That drops from a mob. That definitely drops from a mob. That drops from a mob. Okay. And then farming stuff. Oh god, that drops from a mob. I missed that. Farming stuff. That drops from a mob. I really need to be better at this. Farming. Farming. I'll count the cooked types as farming as well. Fishing can go in the farming chest. Farming. And then general items. General items. General items. And resources. There we go. Pop stuff back in there. And I'm gonna take supply ship chest free. Take it on over. Well, I'm gonna go to bed first. But I'm gonna take it back on over to the coast. And using the power invested in me, I'm going to put a second boat next to the coast on our Minecraft world. And I'm also going to leave a lot of the stuff in that boat. See, this is why I like Minecraft streams so much, because I can go from like talking about nonsense to talking about really like soul-felt, deep, not necessarily deep. I don't even know. Like, deep is in the eye of the beholder, okay? But, or I guess in this case, the ear of the beholder. Never mind. The point is, I like Minecraft because it gives me a space to talk about stuff in like a way where I can just unfocus on the actual gameplay and just talk about things, and the things don't have to necessarily be related to anything else. Like, see how tall that sugar cane's growing? Isn't that weird? It's a little bit close to the shore. But I think that's... I fell in a pit. I think that's okay. I think that I can just leave it like this. Bonk. Back with Din Din. What did I miss? A lot? But like, not in a bad way. You basically missed me going off on a huge like soulful or arbitrary soulful tangent about like the way we think about art. Yeah, alright. There's a build tool and a town hall in this treasure chest. And anyone can take that. They can just come up and steal it. But I've taken the food because the food is really, really, really good for me. And I need it to put in my kitchen so that I can make even fancier sandwiches than before. After I finish eating, I'll be hopping on the server to dig a deep hole. Now that's Minecraft. That's the most Minecraft thing I've ever heard. I could do mine colonies, but I've been set on double fire. A pathetic fate. To even be set on single fire is a problem, but to be set on double fire, truly the darkest times. Speaking of the darkest times, this is not a segue that makes any sense, but I just got my my Humble Bundle subscription rewards. Really just debuting every zombie set you on fire. It's the input lag. It has absolutely nothing to do with my inability to hit things before they hit me. I'm just gonna blame it all on the server lag. See, I have 4 out of 5 bars. That's inexcusable. You are to zombie fires as Sam is to swimming in lava. I can't even say that you're wrong because you're correct. I wish zombie fires were more lethal. That would make the game a lot more dangerous. Alright. Before the end of the stream, I want to make an absolutely wild sandwich that just goes completely ham. No turkey. No turkey allowed. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of bread, and the cat meows turn themselves back on for some reason, which is starting to annoy me. Because why? Why would the game reset that? Why would the game reset that and make it so that I have to sit and listen to the cows and the chickens and the cats yell at me all day, and I'm losing it, but not even in the fun way. There we go. All manner of things will be placed in the fridge. All manner of bread will be placed in the cupboard, and I will begin my conquest. Let's see. First and foremost. Wait, where is it? Hello? Bacon and eggs. 6 hunger, 14 saturation. I'm gonna try to make 16 of these. Oh, can I go all the way up to 32? I wanna see. Ooh, oh, I have exactly enough for 32. Fuck yes. 32 bacon and eggs. Let's see. Chicken pot pie is a dangerous prospect. Because I should do it. But it's going to be a problem. I need 32 potatoes and 32 carrots, which I think I actually do have. $32 chicken pot pies. Now, I got a whole bunch of jelly so that I can make elderberry jam to go with my... Oh, no, wait, I already have 29 elderberry jelly. I only have 14 strawberry jelly, so I need to make some strawberry jelly. Papaya jelly? No. Strawberry jelly. Let's make 17, because that should get me to exactly 32. Never mind. I need to make 18. This is what I've been secretly prepping for. Okay, the strawberry jelly, and then I take the and now I need elderberry jelly. Like 3. And now I'm gonna make 32 elderberry jelly sandwiches. And I think Vel knows exactly where I am going with this. Perfect. And now I'm going to make 32 strawberry jelly sandwiches, and I may run out of peanut butter or bread at any moment during this process. We're safe. We're good. I do not... Because, Vel, at the end of this, I'm going to be making 32 sandwiches. We need enough food to last us a lifetime. And what should we have as the final ingredients? Oh, fuck. We need something... We already have the bacon and eggs, which adds quite a bit of texture, but I'm thinking maybe we need some extra veggies? Oh, no, wait. We have veggies in the chicken pot pies. So we don't need to make baked vegetable medleys, though they are fucking insanity. I was thinking, against all odds, we could make meatloaf and have that be the final ingredient to sort of tie everything together. And in order to do that, I need 32 pieces of ground beef. Here we go. I've never been more excited for anything else in my entire life. So that we can make 32 pieces of meatloaf. We're gonna run out of bread. No, it's okay. We're fine. 32 pieces of meatloaf. And now, the 32 pieces of bread. And they all go into the sandwich. Oh my god. This sandwich, for every one of these ingredients I use, I get 6 sandwiches. So this is literally the equivalent of 3 stacks of sandwiches. It is delicious, Vel. This will be the Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme. that is like the name that has popped into my head. I don't even think this has anything to do with the Irish or Thanksgiving, but this is where I'm at. I also like that it has the same naming convention as the Pan Galactic Gargle Blaster. I also do love this food is not nourishing enough to improve your health, which is somehow funnier than any other description I could possibly describe. Every one of these sandwiches has bacon and eggs, a chicken pot pie, an elderberry jelly, an elderberry PB&J, a strawberry PB&J, and an entire slab of meatloaf. If the sandwich counts are kind of you fill your hearts up in no time. Yeah, that's really the issue. I think Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme is probably the best I can get without literally just adding like Irish liquor into it to somehow improve it. There is one thing in specific that I am going to do to alter the sandwich, and that's this. It must specifically be bacon and eggs on top of a strawberry PB&J, on top of meatloaf, on top of an elderberry PB&J, on top of a chicken pot pie. That is the Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme. And you want to know what the worst part is? The thing that will eat at my mind for the rest of my existence? This is a sandwich that you can make in reality that you could construct in real life. There's one thing I want to do before I make this sandwich, and that is to know what kinds of bread you can use in the culinary station. Because if I can make this bread on top of, like, carrot bread, if I can make the sandwich on top of carrot bread, okay, I can't. Can I make it on top of toast? No, I cannot. Neither of these things work. It must be regular bread. The Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme. The game is lagging as I make the sandwiches. Look at it. 189. I don't know, Vel. I don't know what happened in the sandwich creation process, but we somehow lost 3 sandwiches along the way. I think, yeah, I did get cheated out of 3. I think it's because the Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme is simply so difficult to construct that even I, its creator, could only conceivably make so many before I messed up a few times. But here we go. Here we go. I'm at no saturation. No, you don't understand. These are my sandwiches, damn it. You'll never get any of it. I'm kidding. I could share this. I think it would be much more interesting to make a real life version and share it, which would probably be completely disgusting. But unrelated to that, this is fine. Here we go. I'm gonna get my hunger down. I need to reread the description for it. If I try binging with Babish, that's true. All right. Our new goal for this Minecraft series is to get binging with Babish to make an Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme. Here's something that immediately strikes me. One of the layers of the sandwich is blue, and there is no blue element of the sandwich's creation. No part of it was blue. Like, the elderberries were purple. So why is it blue? I have no idea. The elderberry jam is blue. I don't believe it. I don't think so. Is it? Would it be blue? But the elderberry jam is so clearly purple. Colors get averaged in the sandwich. Okay, fine. I will accept for now that the sandwich has become one of us. I'm like scared to eat one of these. The Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme. What I'm doing right now is I'm running around to lose as much hunger as possible before I eat it, so that I can so that I have enough room in my stomach. I'm running an entire marathon so that I can eat the Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme without immediately sort of exploding from the inside, because the food is sort of like dimensionally compressed between the 2 pieces of bread, and as soon as you eat it, it like implodes in your stomach. Well, I can't run anymore, so I guess this is it. Here we go. You know what? That's fine. That is more or less what it says it does on the tin with the mod. because sandwich maxes out at 10 hunger. I'm surprised that it did not do that. I know it's so, it's like weirdly disappointing. But we did get 189 of them. So maybe just like a little bit. Maybe there was some element of it that did in fact go over that limit. You could have maxed out your hunger with any 3 of these individually. Vel, this is where you're wrong. It's not about maxing out the hunger. It's not about having the most efficient food item in Minecraft. This is about the fact that I have combined bacon and eggs, a strawberry PB&J, a slab of meatloaf, a second elderberry PB&J, and a chicken pot pie between 2 slices of bread to make 189 foot-long sandwiches that can all fit in my pocket at the same time, and that I can eat whenever I please. But yeah, I would say this is kind of like a middle-of-the-road food item. It's okay. It's not great. It's pretty damn good. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is better food item that you get almost in under like any circumstances than vanilla. Like, even a golden apple only does about that much. No, it's pretty good. There we go. There's the effect I did want, which is the classic maxed out saturation, maxed out hunger, which is kind of like the internal concept of what I would have liked to happen. So in my stream announcement, I said that I was probably gonna start Blood Magic this stream, and now I'm realizing what a fucking joke that is. No, I'm not. Are you kidding me? Thinking about this, and beyond the part where the bottom is a chicken pot pie, the sandwich wouldn't be that hard to construct. It'd be 12 inches tall and impossible to eat, though. Because if you, assuming you made, like I will specify, since this is my creation, the eggs are over easy, and the yolks are unbroken, for the sole purpose of coating the entire sandwich in egg goo. The bacon is cooked to an absolute fucking crisp. Like, it is almost burnt. The strawberry sandwich is on pathetic white bread with no structure whatsoever. But the elderberry jelly sandwich is made with whole wheat, possibly... No, I'll say just whole wheat. And the bread that is used on the outside is sourdough. And the chicken pot pie must specifically be made with some form of stereotypically Irish booze. You must use Guinness, specifically. The variety of Guinness is up to you, but it must be the most stereotypically Irish lager that you can possibly put into a chicken pot pie without ruining it. 4 slices of bread with ingredients on top, no rooftop to the sandwich, and sitting on top of a pot pie. I will not be adding beer. The beer cooks off while you're making the chicken pot pie. It's like something that you add during the cooking process to give it flavor. It's not an alcoholic sandwich. Also, what happened to that skeleton? I've been waiting for it to, like, turn around and jape me. But it hasn't. That is how you make the Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme. What other elements could I mention? Like, the meatloaf must be... I keep saying must be, but really it's all nonsensical. But the meatloaf is just generic meatloaf. Like, you get as much creative liberty as you want with the meatloaf specifically. There is no other creative liberty in this sandwich. Only the meatloaf. The meatloaf is where you can do whatever you damn well please with the sandwich. Everything else must follow the recipe to the T. I do wonder, though, does the recipe include, for the hypothetical Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme, does the recipe in fact include the recipe you need to make all of the components? Or does it simply say, like, bacon, eggs, strawberry PB&J, meatloaf, elderberry PB&J, chicken pot pie? Because if the recipe says that, then you could just do whatever you want. But if the recipe specifies, if it says you need to make a really specific kind of chicken pot pie, I think the funniest part of this, ultimately, is that if my memory is correct, chicken pot pies aren't from Ireland. So no part of the sandwich is particularly Irish, nor is any particular part of the sandwich Thanksgiving. If I were to binging with Babishit, the first go would use store-bought frozen meatloaf and pot pie. Yeah, exactly. And he would, like, awkwardly try to incorporate the lager into the pot pie, and it, like, wouldn't work very well. And he'd use, like, store-bought lager. Second go would make all of it just from scratch, of course. I just ate another one without, like, I just ate an entire second sandwich without really thinking about it. Oh, that's good. Well, what did I even get done today? Like, that's now where my brain is going. Like, I started this stream with the intent of doing some blood magic in Minecraft. And we ended the stream with the Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme. Which is a very convoluted, like, way to go to get from, like, official game mechanics to whatever the fuck this is in particular. Oh my god, I just realized what I can do. There has to be a way. There has to be, I don't care. White carpet, gold nugget, quartz. How much quartz do I have? Not much. So quartz slab, white carpet, or just any carpet, rather. And 2 gold nuggets. My singular sheep does such a good job. It's beautiful. I fucked up my sign modulation. I'm gonna have to redo this. Oh no, my sandwich fell on the floor. Oh god. I keep typing Supreme. This has to be where we end it, right? It's midnight. Like, it's 12 o'clock. We've been going for almost 2 hours. This is where this dream has to end. It doesn't get more ridiculous than this. With the cats meowing in the background. And pure silence on every other level. Well, there it is. There it is. This has been Minecraft, part 1. I said I was going to play Minecraft again. We'll post to Twitter and tag you when I finish. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. I feel like I could post this on Reddit. What if I went on the All the Mods Reddit and posted the recipe for the Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme? I think that would probably gain more traction than literally anything else. Good lord. Well, I may be trapped in this CRT TV, but the Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme, through its cognito hazard mimetic potential, will spread like wildfire. It will be my legacy. Not even in like a funny haha way, like I'm gonna be known for this in like a bad way. This is my infamy moment. People will be making call-out posts about the Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme 5 years in the future. Like I'll get like 5 extra people watching my channel. I'll hit affiliate, and then somebody on Twitter will make like this extended call-out post about the Irish Thanksgiving Hyper Supreme, and I will have to shut down my channel forever. That's where we're at. that's where we're at right now. This is not a food item. This is a fucking prophecy. Slowly rotating in the recesses of the kitchen in a house vaguely themed off of a Chinese restaurant. I don't even know where this came from. I reached into my brain and like pulled it out. And it was like visceral. It was like painful. I'm going to play the outro music. No, alt-tabbing. Alt-tabbing has done this. No. I'm gonna play the outro music. I don't fucking care. This has been Broken Cowbell. Thank you for joining my dumb, silly Minecraft stream where I talk about my feelings. I will see you all next week, Monday. We're going to be playing more games. Goodbye. Have a great weekend, everyone.